Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Hot Girl Guide podcast. I really got into that there. How are we? Happy Monday. Shout out to all the girlies who have supported the Patreon so far. If you didn't know, now you know. We have a Patreon page, patreon.com/hotgirlguide. You can support in whichever way you want, or you don't have to. It's totally up to you. But these episodes every single Monday stay free, and we have bonus episodes and bonus content over on Patreon. I did not take a breath there. That was not good. Okay. If you clicked on today's episode, this episode is for you, because only the people who get this will get it. We need to start calling ourselves out on our BS, on our bullshit, okay? We need to start calling ourselves out on our bullshit. And I will give you an example from me today. So today, it's period day 4. So basically it's the day where you pretend it's gone, right? That's how my cycle works. I don't know how your cycle works, but my cycle, day 4, usually I'm like, okay, wrap it up. The show is over. We have to move on with life. But I've had a migraine all weekend. So of course today I kind of woke up not feeling sorry for myself, but more so, it's not that I woke up today feeling sorry for myself, but I woke up today and I was kind of like, I deserve a do nothing day, right? I was like, I deserve a day where I do nothing. Bear in mind, I had relaxed the entire weekend, and also I had shit to do today. This podcast being number 1. I had not pre-recorded an episode for this podcast for today. So in order to get a podcast episode out today, I needed to record it today. And all day I was like doing little bits of quote unquote work that wasn't work, that was just avoiding doing the podcast. I went for a walk. I was scrolling way too much on my phone, to the point where it was doom scrolling. Listen, I don't mind a scroll now and then. I love a scroll. I love catching up on pop culture. I love seeing what's going on in the world. I love seeing posts from friends, posts from people I follow on the internet that are like my internet friends. I love a post. I love a scroll. I love a doom scroll. You know, I was doing my own little posting, but I was avoiding recording this podcast. And I knew I had to get this podcast recorded before 5 p.m. so I can edit it, upload it, export it with my slow Wi-Fi. We're not even going to get into that. My Wi-Fi is so painfully not fibre broadband. Anywho, I knew I had to do all that. And I was just kind of moping all day. And not even like sad girl mope, not even period girl mope, just, I guess, self-sabotage girl mope, you could call it, because this podcast has been going quite well. We're now on 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 5 weeks, I don't know, more than a month of posting every single Monday, which is great, right? Sometimes when you start to do something that you've been wanting to do, your body, brain can self-sabotage because it's uncomfortable with consistency. Maybe there's a subconscious fear of success. Maybe you're just a self-fulfilling prophecy, or you're self-fulfilling a prophecy that you can't stay consistent, right? Listen, there are days when we need rest. I will be the first person to say that resting is a skill that not a lot of people have, and we'll do an episode on that another time, right? But then there are days when you need to get up and call yourself out in your bullshit and be like, you know what, just do the thing. Just do the thing. 45 minutes ago, I was in my room and I was just sitting on the bed scrolling. My phone has died, I'd say about 7 times today, because I will charge it to about 20% doom scroll and leave it die. I don't know, is that a niche problem? I feel like it could be. Either way, I literally got up. I don't know what I was doing or what I was listening to my astrology of the week, right? And I always listen to my astrology of the week every single week on my Chani app, and I was listening to it, and Chani was talking about how this week astrologically is so good for me in my partnerships, in my collaborations with people, in contracts, in potential partnerships. And I had this realization, and I just looked at the clock and it was 5:55 of recording, so that's even the universe affirming it. And I was like, how am I supposed to get the collaborations and the partnerships and the contracts that I want if I can't even sit down and record a podcast? And in that moment, I had the realization and I started putting makeup on my face. I do not need makeup on my face to record this podcast, first of all. Let's get this so clear. Let's be so fucking for real. I don't need it. But I needed an energetic level up, right? I needed to completely get myself out of my head and get myself into taking an action that would move me into sitting down on this couch and recording this episode. So I just started mindlessly doing my makeup. I didn't even do too much. I just did something because I have a bit of a tan on my chest. My face is so pale, my neck's so pale. So I wanted to balance out all the colours that are going on. Also, I let my hair dry naturally yesterday. So I just thought maybe if the hair is a bit Irish girl, curly, frizzy, dried naturally vibes, that the face can slay a little bit, because we also don't have nails and I talk with my hands too much. So that was my thought process. I just got into doing the makeup. I did a 5-minute makeup. I sat down, I set this all up, and here I am recording this episode. Because sometimes in life, you don't need the rest. Okay, and this is going to be very niche because a lot of us do need the rest. A lot of us need to calm down. A lot of us need to realize it is not that deep. Have a rest day. Girl, relax. Learn how to relax. It is a superpower. But then there are some things in life that we are bullshitting ourselves about. Being like, oh, I'm just too tired today to do that. And usually the things you say you're too tired to do are the things that you're putting off and procrastinating, right? Because I wasn't tired today. In fact, I had a great sleep last night. My sleep score was 88 on my ring. I woke up and I felt really good. I had a little bit of a sore throat. I had a little bit of like post-period woes, feeling sorry for myself a little bit. But I was just procrastinating recording this podcast because I didn't want to do it, even though I love doing it. I love sitting down and yapping on this mic. Something about it heals something in me to just yap and to just open my mouth. And there's something you're putting off as well. And listen, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I don't know what it is. But you know by clicking on this episode that there is something that you have to call yourself out in your bullshit for. I don't care what it is. It could be looking for a new job. It could be leaving a relationship. It could be making a decision to move to a new place. It could be starting that new hobby. Like you bought all the things and they're all just sitting there in the corner and you're too tired to do it. Even though you're not too tired, you're just addicted to doom scrolling on your phone. I get it. But the only person that's going to call yourself out in your bullshit is you. And sometimes you just have to do it. Sometimes you just have to be like, girl. And it's a new month, right? It's June the 2nd. And there is no better time, in my humble opinion, than a new month to be like, okay, hold on now. Because listen, it's the 6th month of the year. It's the time of the year where all the boss babes and all the CEOs put up that stupid meme on the internet that says like, we're halfway through 2025. Get on your, I don't even know what the meme is, but I feel like you know what the meme is. It's like a quote. And it's kind of like, if you haven't started your New Year's resolutions, like we're halfway through the year. It's supposed to be this like motivational thing, but it's basically all these girl bosses and CEOs and you know the type that are posting trying to make you feel bad because they're like, oh my God, I've achieved so much in the first 6 months. I can't wait to see what I've achieved in the next 6 months. And you're sitting there and you're like, we are 6 months through the year. And this can send you into a spiral, right? Realizing we're 6 months into the year can make you go, oh my God, we're 6 months into the year and I haven't even achieved anything. And everyone around me is doing so much better and everyone around me is living their life and I am spiraling. But I don't want you to do that, okay? I do not want to send you into a spiral because sending you into a spiral is not going to help you right now. Do you know what's going to help? Just not thinking about the last 6 months, not thinking about the fact that there's only 6 months left in the year. Who cares? Time is an illusion anyway. It doesn't matter if there's 6 months left in the year, if there's 3 months left in the year, what even is a year anyway? All I know is the astrology of June is fantastic. The astrology of June is, hey, let's have a break now. Let's have some good things happen. Let's have some opportunities. Jupiter is moving into Cancer. Venus is moving into Taurus. It is a beautiful month for you to call yourself out in your bullshit and be like, okay, not thinking about anyone else's life or what anyone else is doing, just thinking about me. What do I want to do this month? What do I really want to do? What have I been telling myself I'm going to start doing? Right? What have I been telling myself I'm going to start doing because I really want to do it? And how am I going to start? Like, what's the plan here? What is the plan? How are we moving forward? How are we actually getting where we need to go? Okay? How are we moving? How are we shifting energy into a new timeline where we do not bullshit ourselves and we do not sabotage ourselves? Because sabotaging yourself is the ultimate bullshit that you can do to yourself. What do you mean you care too much about what other people think to go for your dreams? What do you mean you're putting everyone else ahead of yourself? What do you mean you're unsure what your friends, boyfriend, family, etc. will think of the thing you want to do, so you won't do it? Like, that sounds like you're prioritizing everyone else over yourself. That sounds like you're bullshitting yourself. Because it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing and what anyone else has done or what you haven't done so far this year or this month. If you're listening to this not live. It is a new month. And I called myself out in my bullshit today. I'm calling myself out by literally making this episode because I planned this podcast coming back and I was so excited. And I was like, Hot Girl Guide's going to make a comeback and I'm going to pre-record all the episodes and I'm going to be so organized. And here I am at 5 o'clock on a Monday recording the same episode that is going out today. I still have to edit it. I still have to post it. I still have to make clips. And it is 5 p.m. And I have had all day to do this. I didn't need to make those TikToks that I made. I didn't need to scroll on my phone and look for inspiration. I didn't need to do any of that. I don't even need to be recording this episode today. This should have been done. This should have been done. And this isn't me being overly harsh on myself. And this isn't me falling into grind culture and hustle culture, because there are a lot of us that need to relax. And frankly, some of you don't bullshit yourself enough. Some of you are doing too much. Like, some of you are literally putting yourself on a one-way ticket to burnout town. And those people are not who this episode is for. This episode is for my procrastinators. This episode is for my girlies who have all of the potential in the world to do that one thing. I don't care what the one thing is. I don't even care if it's book a holiday. And you've been telling yourself for ages, like, oh, I don't know the effort of booking a holiday, and how do I even start looking at flights? And then you have to look at accommodation and I can't decide where I want to go. If you want to go on holiday, who's going to have to book the holiday? You. If you want to make yourself happy by doing that thing that you know is going to make yourself happy, who's going to have to do it? You. If you are going to stop having to work too much, you have enough money. You have money in your savings. And it's so fine, okay? Sometimes you can bullshit yourself. You can have a day where you're just like, I'm tired. And you're not even tired. You just want to feel sorry for yourself. That is fine. But this episode is for the day where you decide enough and it's enough. And I'm calling myself out on my bullshit. And I am doing the thing that I want to do. I'm doing the thing that I want to do. I want to be here sitting this. I was so close to being like, do you know what? It's a bank holiday Monday at home in Ireland today, and a lot of my audience is in Ireland. So technically, I can just post the episode on Tuesday and be like, I didn't post on Monday because it wasn't a real Monday because it was a bank holiday. Girl, 20% of your audience is Irish. Everyone else is international, worldwide. It doesn't matter if it's a bank holiday. Your episodes come out on a Monday. People on a Monday are waiting for your episodes. I don't care if only one person was waiting for an episode of this podcast. That is enough reason to post on the Monday. I was convincing myself, like, you don't need to post the episode today. It's fine. It's fine. Just relax. I wasn't even tired. I literally wasn't even tired. And they're the days where you have to be like, I'm bullshitting. And you know when you're bullshitting yourself, the easiest person to call out on their bullshit is you. Like, it's so easy for you to be like, am I bullshitting myself right now? Like, am I actually tired? Can I actually not do this thing? Is this too much for me? Or am I bullshitting myself? It's so easy to call yourself out in your bullshit. Like, literally, you just have to ask yourself, like, am I bullshitting myself right now? And that's what I did. In that moment, when I was listening to my forecast of astrology for the week, and Chani was telling me how exciting this week is for me and how astrologically lined up it is. I literally had a moment and I was like, if this week is so good for me, why am I bullshitting myself into the fact that I can't record an episode today? Like, me posting this episode today might mean that the podcast falls into the lap of someone who could give me a great opportunity. I don't know, but if the astrology is good, I should work with it. And I'm not even tired anyway. Like, it's not like this is too much for me to do. I don't have a migraine. I don't have a sore throat. I'm fine. And I just think by calling myself out in my bullshit and putting it on the internet today, that it might help you call yourself out in your bullshit too. So I hope you enjoyed this little mini rant. And we all know, just check in with yourself, center yourself. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Ask yourself, am I bullshitting myself about blank? I don't care what your blank is, but ask yourself the question, and if the answer is yes, this is your sign. This is me spoon feeding you. This is me telling you, like I told myself today, get the fuck up and do the fucking thing. Okay, I love you. Don't forget to join the Patreon. Last week's first Patreon episode that I recorded is literally my favorite podcast episode I ever recorded, which is annoying because it's Patreon and it's paywalled, and I'm not just saying that to make a quick buck, but the girlies who listen to the Patreon know it was such a good episode. I just really enjoyed it. Anyways, this week I'm going to pre-record episodes. Okay, I'm not going to bullshit myself and say I don't have the time, because I do. These episodes are 20 to 30 minutes. It's not that hard. I've been doing this for so long, editing it, not that hard. The only hard thing is my lack of fibre broadband Wi-Fi, which isn't my fault. Okay? Okay. Goodbye. I love you.